Boy, yesterday's podcast flew by. Actually went over 5:15. I I thought I had extra time, which I do, but man, it went quick. Next thing I looked up, we were past 5:15. So we're going to look at Zoe, the God kind of life, all this week. We left off looking at John chapter 10, verse 10, where Jesus sums up the purpose of his coming and his mission. And he says in John chapter 10, verse 10, he says, I am come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Jesus said he came that we might have life. And we said, we want to ask ourselves, what am I full of? Am I full of the life of God? Or am I full of fear, worry, anxiety, pessimism, negativity, anxiety? What am I full of? What are you full of? Are you full of life? The God kind of life that Jesus came for us to have, not only have, but have it in abundance, to the full, till it overflows, as the Amplified Bible says. Jesus said that's why he came, that we might have life and have it more abundantly. So we need to be, we want to be, we ought to be, Jesus intends for us to be full of God's life. And when we are full of God's life, that leaves no room. I'm talking about full. He said he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly, or various translations, other translations, have it to the full or to the fullest, or have it till it overflows. Now, if we are full of the life of God is overflowing in us, guess what? That's not going to leave room for depression, discouragement, and sickness and disease and fear and anxiety and insecurities and self-loathing and self-doubting. Not when we are full of the life of God. We're going to appreciate and understand and know who Christ is in us and who we are in Christ. And then that life is going to overflow out of us to be a blessing to others, because that's why we are blessed, to be a blessing. This isn't just about us. This is about others. We need to be so overflowing with God's life that it affects other people. We are bold and effective witnesses. The life of God in us impacts people who are in darkness, who are in death, who are lost. So Jesus said, John 10:10, I'm come that you might have life. Life. Now, this word life, Jesus said, I came that you might have life. This is the word we want to look at. It's the Greek word zoe, Z-O-E. Z-O-E, Zoe. And it is a powerful, powerful word. That's why it pays to study. It pays to dig a little deeper. Because we can just read in our English Bibles, I came, you might have life, and we can think he's just talking about living, existing, natural life, or just getting by. But Jesus said, I came that you might have Zoe. Zoe. Zoe is the God kind of life. The God kind of life. Now, one of the best definitions I've found for Zoe is W. Vine. He's a Greek scholar, and he put together an expository dictionary of New Testament words. It's called Vine's Expository Dictionary of New Testament Words. And Vine defined Zoe thusly: life in the absolute sense. Think of that. Life in the absolute sense. Jesus came that you and I might have life in the absolute sense. Vine goes on to say, it describes life as God has it. Life as God has it, and it expresses all of the highest and the best which the saints possess in God. Jesus came that you might have Zoe, the God kind of life, absolute life, life as God has it, and have the highest and best, which is yours in God. And we are out of time again. All right, we'll take it up here tomorrow. God bless you. Be full of life.